This is the Shrimp Trawler video channel Strat-O-Matic Baseball Excel Game of the Week.
Welcome back, baseball fans, to the game of the week in the 1980-83 Fall League. We got a hot one. We got the New York Yankees and the Boston Red Sox. Let's start first by looking at this standings thus far in the Fall League in the East. It's completely up for grabs, folks. A lot of back and forth and so forth and so on. All teams within a couple games of each other. Right around 500. Probably the division is, a handful of games under 500. They've underachieved, most of them. Of course, the Yankees win the East in 80-81. Brewers in 82. 83, it's Baltimore. Kind of a colder period for the Red Sox, cooling off from the late 70s. Toronto was emerging. Let's get right into Game 1 today of a best of 5. At the end of this video, we'll set up the matchups for the forthcoming games and give you the results at the end of the video. But today, we wanted to give you Game 1 because it's a classic. Pitching matchup for the Yankees. It is Ron Guidry, 1981, 11-5, 276 ERA, 127 innings, year of the strike. He did very, very well. He probably, would have been in the Cy Young consideration had they gone 162 games if he kept this up. Dennis Eckersley for the Red Sox, 13-game winner in 82, a 3.73 ERA. Ron Guidry, Dennis Eckersley from Fenway Park in Boston. Yankees had their traditional free agents from strange places on board. Let's get started with one of those guys. Leading off, we got Jay Johnstone joining the Yankees. 48 off of Eckersley, triple 1 and 2 base hit. Now we got Lou Piniella. Lou's gonna do a little hit and run. Stay out of the double play here. Hit and run, he rolls a 5 single. Works perfectly. Runners in the corners for Dave Rader, another free agent. He was a Red Sox actually in 80. Dave Rader, 38 is ball 4, and Eckersley has a ton of trouble here at the top of the first. For Reggie Jackson, here's the pitch to Reggie. 64 is a pop to third. Number 5 hitter, Larry Milbourne, led the Yankees in hitting in 1981. 48, and again, hitting off that Eckersley card. Triple 1 and 2, single ... There is that 2-run single, and the Yankees are up 2-zip. Runners on the corners, 1 out. Greg Nettles. For 10 off of Eckersley, and that is yanked down the right field line. It is gone, and Eckersley is suddenly dejected here in Fenway with 5 runs on the board. Jim Spencer, 68 is a base hit, and the Boo Birds are murmuring. Eckersley looks like a closer who blew the save and doesn't realize there's 8 more innings of this game. Al Cowens, 46 is a K, and with 2 outs as they bat around, Bucky Dent, 58 flies to right field. Well, there's a team in a park to come back down 5-zip in the first. The Red Sox are signed up for this plan often. Leading off for them, they're going to have Carlton Fisk lead off. 5'11", left X. Out in left field is Johnstone, a 3-13. And that's a 2-base error. Wade Boggs, 5'11", first X, but you got Spencer, a 1E16, and that is an error. You look directly at that E rating, folks. Spencer's an E16 at first. That's a lot of errors, and that's one of them. So the Yankees are gumming us right back into the Red Sox corner for Jim Rice. 59, center C, a little too shallow. Dwight Evans, 1-7. Let's take a look at the Dwight Evans card in 1981, his best year. 296, 22 homers, 85 walks, but only 412 at-bats because it's the year of the strike. 1-7, homer 1-5, fly ball the rest, and when we look up, he gets the homer 1-5 to Dwight Evans, and we got a ball game. Just like that. Couple dumb errors, should have been out of the inning, but it turns into 5-3. Ryan Harper, 45, short X. Bucky Dent's at 2E16. And he makes an error. What is going on today, folks? We got a bizarro game here. 3 errors so far in the bottom of the first inning. And it's Fred Lynn. 56, flies to left. And Guidry's trying to get the 6th out of the inning. Dave Stapleton. 68, double 1-3 is the base hit. Runners on the corners for Mark Wagner. 1-8, single 1-14, and he gets the single, and it's 5-4. And the Red Sox bat around with 2 on and 2 outs. For Ron Oster. 58 flies to left field. Well, folks, I told you, the Fall League is wild and wacky. Even these traditional teams, you see a lot of interesting free agents coming aboard. Back up top, for both teams, it'll be Jay Johnstone. 2-7's a base hit. Well, Pinella hit and run last time. You gotta keep doing it until it stops working. Another hit and run single for Pinella. Runners on the corners for Dave Rader. 68 is a base hit at right field. Now you gotta start counting base runners at Eckersley for point of weakness. 8 hits through 3, 12 base runners through 3, and counting walks will get him there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Pretty darn close. It is 6-4. Pinella holds at second, and it's Reggie. 3-8, ball 4. My goodness. Bases loaded for Larry Milbourne. 56 is a sac fly to right field. There's an out, one of the precious few. 7-4. Person second, Greg Nettles. 66, short X. Need a defensive play out of Mark Wagner. He is a 3E28 at shortstop. Ground ball B. That'll get the job done. Runners on the corners, 2 outs for Jim Spencer. 34, grounds to first. Eckersley barely hangs on. 2 base runners to the third will be point of weakness. Bottom half of 2, Carlton Fisk, 1-8. Single 1-3, lines out. Wade Boggs, 35 is a walk. Jim Rice, 58, flies left. And Dwight Evans, 6-12, rolls to first. Top of the third, it's Al Cowens. 1-4, flies to center. Bucky Dent, 34, short. And Jay Johnston, looking to reach for the 3rd time, he does. And Lou Pinella, oh, you can't hit and run there, Lewis, 2 outs. They'll swing away. 2-9, grounds to short. And a scoreless inning for Eckersley. Ryan Harper, 3-10, flies left. Fred Lynn, 1-8, flies center. Dave Stapleton, 53, first X. Spencer, 1E16, already made 1 error, makes the play. Top of the 4th, it's Dave Rader, 59, center. Reggie, 2-4, second. And Milbourne, 58, flies to left. Dennis Eckersley is suddenly retired 9 out of 10. And now it's just about eating up some more innings to help the bullpen, because it's only the first game of a long best-of-5 series. So now we can get him, if we can get him through the 6th inning, that would be very helpful. And a completely winnable ball game. Bottom of the 4th, it's Mark Wagner. 1-9 pops out. Oster, 38, short. And Carlton Fisk, 69, 1-7 double, it's a 2-base hit. Wade Boggs, 1-6, double 1-2 is base hit, ... and here come the Sox, and it's a 7-5 game. And your tie run with 2 outs is Jim Rice. 1-2 a Lomax. 7-5. Top of the 5th. Greg Nettles. 69. Double 1 to 17. Gets it. Jim Spencer. 46. Second X. This is Oster. Is it 2? Makes the play. Runner at third. They're going to bring the infield up for Al Cowens. 4-4. Second X with the infield up. 2E18. And he makes the play. The runner holds with the infield up. And with 2 outs, Bucky Dent. 43. Pitcher X. Eckersley's an E6. Should make the play. He does. Bottom of the 5th. Let's pause a moment for station identification.
This is the Shrimp Trawler video channel.
Este es el canal de videos de camaroneros.
A 7-5 Fenway Park kind of game. Bottom of the 5th. Dwight Evans. 4-4. Catcher's X. Raider, former Red Sox, is a 4E12. You want to hide bad defense, hide it at catcher. Ryan Harper. 1-8. Let's take a look at this card, folks. Perfect Fenway Park card. You want a green monster guy? Get a load of Brian Harper's 1982 Pittsburgh Pirate card. Yep, 29 at-bats, 2 homers, 276. And they printed the card. So he's devastating with homers on the left side. Perfect free agent for the Red Sox to go after. To hit one over the darn monster, and there it is. It's gone. It's 7-6. Now you got Freddie Lynn. 48 off Guidry, flies to center. And Stapleton, 58, flies left. If you're wondering about me chasing Guidry's point of weakness, he sort of sprinkled them around. And plus, these are all errors in the first inning. So, it's 7-6 into the 6th. Couldn't quite get Eckersley off the hook for a loss. I would immediately yanked him. But he'll go out there for the 6th inning. Jay Johnstone, 54, center X. This is Freddie Lynn. He's all 1 in center. Makes the catch. Lou Piniella, 410, off of the Eckersley card. Just too many long drives, too many homers for Eckersley. That is gone. 31 homers in 224 innings. That was his bugaboo. And it's now 8-6. 1 step forward for the Sox, 1 step forward for the Yanks. Dave Rader, 57 pops the second. And Reggie, 39 is a K. Well, we'll take Eckersley out. Make a note to do that so he doesn't succumb to more damage here. Still just a 2-run game. They have a chance to get him off the hook. In the bottom half of the inning, maybe give him a win if they get 3 runs. Mark Wagner. 54 off Guidry is third X, but you can have Nettles is 1E13 at third. Ron Oster, 45. Short X, Bucky Dent. 2E16 made an error earlier. Makes the play. The Yankees have really good infield defense, and they put their mind to it. They got Spencer and Nettles as 1s on the corner, Bucky Dent, and Milbourne's decent at second base. Back up top to Fisk, 410 is short X. Again, Bucky Dent, and again makes the play. The Yankee infield holds up solidly in the bottom of the 6th. We go to the 7th, and we have some lefties coming up. Let's go with a lefty. We're going to go to Larry Bradford out of the Red Sox pen. Larry Bradford was actually a member of the Atlanta Braves in 1980. 3-4, the 2.45 ERA in 55 innings. Doing a nice job setting things up in Boston. Game 1 of the series. They think they can still come back just down a couple. So Bradford's coming on to the 7th. And he will face Larry Milbourne. 47's a K. Greg Nettles. 67 is a base hit. Jim Spencer versus a lefty. No hits on this card. What? You could try dropping it down. Let's do that. It's a bad bunt. Fielder's choice. That didn't work. Now I got Al Cowens. Hits lefties okay. 39. Pops to third base. Nice recovery for Bradford after a base runner. 8-6 in the bottom of the 7th. It is stretch time in Fenway. We're enjoying listening to the Cars. Candy OLP with the Vargas cover there. Let's Go, I Like the Nightlife, Baby. All the wonderful tunes by Boston's Cars. All I Can Do, Rick Ocasek, Ben Orr, all those dudes. This has got bonus tracks. You get the LP and all these Northern Studio alternate versions, some unreleased material. 18 cuts altogether on what was like a 30-minute LP is now an hour. Fun stuff by the Cars. Great period for them. Bottom of the 7th. Guidry will continue. Only a starter 6. And they've got a great bullpen. Gossage, Righetti, Terry Leach, Bill Caldwell available. But Guidry will pitch to Wade Boggs. Bottom of the 7th. 8-6 game. Here's the pitch. 57 is a K. That's a hit for a right-hander. Jim Rice, 112. Fouled the catcher plus injury. Well, Brian Harbour could play left field. Actually, Yastrzemski could as well. I'll put Yastrzemski out in left field. As Rice is hobbled. And that never happened. And here's Dwight Evans. 34 flies to center field. So Brian Harper will not bat as a tying run next time he comes up, next inning. That's good news for the Yankees. Into the 8th. Dent, Johnstone. Here's Bucky Dent. 2-8. Double one, base hit. Jay Johnstone. Batting for Jay Johnstone. Off of their bench, getting a rest today. Would you believe it's Willie Wilson? Signed to a lucrative deal off of the Kansas City Royals. 1980 Willie Wilson. Look at this guy. 326, 733 plate appearances. See, this is what the Yankees do in this fall league. They go out and they just get some pristine talent from other teams, trying desperately to get a World Series appearance, which they have not had at all. You've been following the fall leagues. They haven't smelled a World Series, and we're running out of Yankee time. Pretty soon, the Roy Smalley, Butch Winnegar, Ed Whistler era will begin in New York, and things will look grim. So they got to get a World Series appearance. Willie Wilson with a runner at first. Here's the pitch. 49, he pops to third. Lou Piniella. 310, flies to center, and with 2 outs, batting for Dave Rader will be Alex Trevino. And they'll pull Bradford. They'll go to Bill Campbell in the 8th. Campbell pitched for the Red Sox in 81. 101, 319 ERA, 48 innings. He will face Alex Trevino, backup catcher. 35 is a grounder to short. It's days 8-6. No more defense for the Yankees to bring in. 6 outs to get. And you've got the dangerous Brian Harper, and I think it's it. Guidry will leave after 7. And I think we'll go Bill Caldwell. I think you could go 3 different closers here. You could go Righetti, Gossage, and then Bill Caldwell close out games for the Seattle Mariners in 1982, 12-9 with a 2.35 ERA. My goodness, New York, the filthy Yankees. And you have to ask yourself, well, if they're so great, how come they're only around 500? Yeah, how come? How come, Yanks? Why are you just around 500? Anyway, Bill Caldwell comes on in the 8th inning. Harper's the DH. He could be lifted. And frankly, I think it's... on the bench, you have Dave Revering and Biff Pocoroba. Both guys can get on base. You put Yaz in left, so you're not really overly concerned about the pinch hitter. Everybody behind him you like. I think we're going to go Pocoroba as a pinch hitter here. Let's take a look at Biff Pocoroba. Was Atlanta Brave in 1980. 265, but 11 walks and 83 at-bats, so plenty of on-base on his card. Here's the pitch to Pocoroba. 37 is a K, just between some walks. Tough break there. Fred Lynn. 1-5. Let's take a look at Freddie. Fab 5 Freddie Lynn, 1980. 301, 12 home runs. Power went down. And then, of course, in 81, he had a really bad year. And then eventually he's on the California Angels. But Fred Lynn, probably the last good year in Boston after that magnificent 1979. Still a 1 at center and a base stealer. 1-5 is gone. We have a 1-run game, 8-7. Now you got Dave Stapleton. 55 as a K. And Mark Wagner. 64, second X. This is Milbourne, the weakest of the infielders, a 3.32 at second base. But he makes the play. 8-7 into the ninth we go. Reggie Jackson will lead off to a course of boos in Fenway. 1-8, he strikes out to a course of cheers in Fenway. All right, Larry Milbourne, 2-6 is a base hit. I already used your lefty, so now you have to deal with Nettles and Spencer with somebody else. Campbell's pretty good against lefties. Greg Nettles, 66, not that time. Double to center field. Milbourne, does he score from first in a single? He's a 16 runner. You got a 14 off of Fred Lynn. He's going to try it. And he scores on a 4. Larry Milbourne, 16 wheels, scores from first on a double. It's 9-7. Now you have Jim Spencer. 53, rolls to first. Runner at third, 2 outs for Al Cowens. 1-8, strikes out. Well, an insurance run. 9-7, I don't think you don't fool around with this. You're just going to go Gossage here. They love to use Rigetti and Gossage in tandem, but we only have 3 outs to get in 2-run lead. Let's stop fooling ourselves. Rich Gossage will come in with a magnificent 77-cent earned run average of 1981, 3-2 in 47 innings. Both his whip and ERA below 1. Very rare to see that. 36 base runners in 47 innings. Goose Gossage with a 2-run lead. All the Yankee defense they have in there. The only guy on the bench is Dave Revering. We could have him pinch hit for, I don't know who. Maybe for Pocoroba if it goes that far. Ron Oster leads off in the bottom of the ninth. 37 is a sky to right field. Back up top to Carlton Fisk. 68 is a strikeout. And with 2 outs, it's Wade Boggs. Let's take a look at Wade. Yep. 1983 Wade Boggs. 361 card, 44 doubles, 92 walks. Not very good defensively at third, like they really care. Just needs to do what he does, get on base, so the tie run come to the plate. Here's the pitch to Wade Boggs. 45 off of Gossage is a base hit to right field, and they'll get... It's not Jim Rice. Remember, he left with an injury. It's Yastrzemski, and their fans are on their feet. Carl Yastrzemski will bat as the tie run in the bottom of the ninth. Let's take a look at Carl's 1980 card. Still doing it. He plays all the way till he's 40 years old in 1980, I believe. He plays till he's 43 in 1983. Something like that. Anyway, a 275 year with 15 home runs in a platoon. That's completely workable for Yastrzemski. Carl Yastrzemski, Goose Gossage. The tie run. Here's the pitch to Yaz. 2-4. 1-4 is a game-tying homer. 2-4 is a grounder to second base. Just could not elevate that pitch. Hits a rocket directly to Larry Milbourne, and that is your ball game. Another great baseball game to the Yankees and the Red Sox. And your final score is the Yankees 9, Boston 7. Ron Guidry with the W, Rich Gossage with the save, Dennis Eckersley with the loss. Remainder of the series, Game 2, the Yankees imported Bryn Smith to join the rotation. He will face, for the Red Sox, Bob Ojeda. Then when the series goes to Yankee Stadium, the Red Sox will have Jack O'Connor versus Tommy John and Louis Tiant versus Luis Leal. So stay tuned. We'll give you the results of the remaining upcoming games of this series. All right, baseball fans, here's the box score of Game 1 you just saw. The Yankees prevail in a Donnybrook 9-7 victory. Guidry, 7 innings, 6 hits. Only 2 of those 6 runs also were earned. Eckersley, 6 innings, 11 hits, 8 runs. Not a good start for the Sox. But in Game 2, they turn it around. And they get a great pitch performance by Bob Ojeda. Bob Ojeda, 9-inning complete game, 7 hits, 3 walks, 4 strikeouts. Red Sox win 4-zip. They did it in the later innings off of Bryn Smith. Evans, single, Boggs, triple, doubles by Stapleton and Fisk. And then you had Boggs single again, scores on a pass ball. Bryn Smith, 6 innings, 6 hits, 3 runs. Red Sox even the series a game apiece. Let's see what happens when we go to Yankee Stadium. As you can tell by the music there, the Studio 54 folks are all here today. Jack O'Connor for the Red Sox against Tommy John. Early, it's looking good. Boston, top of the first. Boggs walks, Rice singles, 3-run homer, Dewey Evans. 3-0 Boston. But the Yankees respond with a Wilson double, Reggie RBI single, and then in the second inning they bat around against Jack O'Connor. Piniella, Milbourne, Nettles, Trevino, double, single, single, double, walk, bases loaded, walk. 4-3. They get another run in the fourth, make it 5-3, and it stays that way. Give Boston some credit. They pulled O'Connor after 4. Bob Stanley, 3 shutout innings of relief. Stan Bonson, a shutout inning of relief. But it was the unselfish Yankee bullpen. Gossage came on in the 8th, and Righetti closed it out of the 9th. They flip-flopped. Normally, Righetti sets up Gossage. They do it the other way. They're very unselfish, trying to get a World Series win. Tommy John, after that 3-run homer in the first, nothing. John, Righetti, Gossage combined for the 5-3 win, which takes us to a Game 4. Can Boston even the series up in Yankee Stadium? Louis Tiant for the Red Sox, returning to the scenes of his earlier glory of his career. He's now 41 years old in the early 80s, against Luis Leal, who actually was a Toronto Blue Jay, but well, the Yankees do what the Yankees do and steal talent from other places. First inning, Johnstone double, scores on a Dave Rader single. Third inning, Willie Wilson single, steals a base, scores on a Larry Milbourne single. 2-0. And Louis Leal's humming along here. 6 innings, 5 hits, no runs, 3 walks, 2 Ks, is pulled. Yanks get a 3rd run in the 6th inning on an RBI single by Bucky Dent. And so with a 3-0 lead, the Yankees decide to close the game with the last 3 innings with Righetti and Gossage and Terry Leach. Great bullpen by the Yanks. Terry Leach, a scoreless 7th inning. Righetti gives up another homer to that Brian Harper guy. We showed you Brian Harper's card. Making it 3-1. Gossage comes on now in the 9th inning to get the final 2 batters, a strikeout and a fly out to center field. And the Yankees win 3-1. And they also win the series 3-1. So what does it all mean? When we look at the stats, the 12-9 Yankees are hitting .277 with a .293 earned run average. Gossage is not allowed to earn run. Righetti's given up 1 earned run in 10 innings. Caudill and Leach have given up 1 run in 9 1/3 and 9 2/3. Such a brilliant bullpen with everybody's ERA at 1 or below. Unbelievable. Offensively for the Yankees, steady, nothing spectacular. For Boston, it's been a struggle. 7-11 record, hitting just .258 with a .491 earned run average. Hard to talk about Dennis Eckersley here. 0-5, 31 innings, 27 earned runs. That's not a pretty picture. They do have 7 home runs for, is it Brian Harper? It is. Brian Harper has 7 home runs and 31 at-bats. Only against left-handed pitching. No other Red Sox. Well, you have 6 homers for Jim Rice. He's 24 for 75. He's hanging in there. Overall standings now in the East, the Yankees are starting to get some traction. They're 12-9, and it's up to the Red Sox to figure it out, or they're going to be sent packing. Blue Jays and Orioles have to make a move here. They're all under 500. No guarantee you get a wild card out of this division, folks. It could just be a division winner, and that's it. Because we've got some strong competition in this Ohio player team, the Expos. Of course, you got Robin Yount's Brewers, George Brett's Royals, probably going to make it. And out west, the surprising Oakland A's, the Billy Martin, against the previous World Series participants, California Angels, who they've been to some League Championship Series, folks. The Angels and the Brewers, the Angels and the Orioles. Angels lost to the Dodgers in a World Series. They have plenty of postseason experience. They're not fading yet. So yeah, American League looks like a lot of fun this year. Hope you're enjoying the game of the week in the 1980-83 Fall League. Break up the New York Yankees. They beat the Red Sox 3-1. We'll see you next time.